Hi, I'm Robert Toporek, President and founder of Team Children. Today I'd like to share with you the excitement that we have for our new relationship with the Brill Kids program from Hong Kong. And they have generously given us permission to distribute their software on our computers and in any other way we can. We really love the software. We think it's one of the most exciting new possibilities for making a difference in early childhood education, kids who are having trouble with reading and math and are illiterate even, and also for people who need English as a second language. But before I tell you all about how it works and why we're so excited, I'd like to give you a little bit of background. I'm a certified advanced Rolf practitioner. I studied directly with Dr. Ida Rolf for the last 4 years of her life. And during that time, the last year of her life, we began a project to document and demonstrate the promise of rolfing babies, children, and families. I produced a monograph that we produced over 10,000 copies. We now have an ebook on our website, newbabymassage.com. And I also produced an award-winning video documentation, and we have been ongoingly documenting the benefits of rolfing babies and children. One of the benefits of rolfing babies and children is it makes a significant difference in their neuromuscular development. It lets them be smarter, both in their mind and their body, and in the relationship to their mind and their body. And then during that period of time, I found out about a place in Chestnut Hill called the Institute for the Achievement of Human Potential. And a man named Dr. Glenn Doman put it together, and he began advocating for early brain development, and brain development started, his emphasis was on children who are brain injured, and then they developed a program to teach parents of well babies how to give their babies encyclopedic knowledge. I took it, my wife at the time took it, and my son got rolfed when he was a baby. We started doing bits of information, and by the time he was 1, he could literally count to 100 in English and Spanish.
I know that.
He could identify hundreds of bits of information, and he could read over 1,000 words. By the time he was 2, he could type words on a keyboard that formed commands that got programs to work. He could then follow those programs and teach himself whatever he wanted to learn.
5, 4, 6. X. Look at X. X. I. X.
I became immensely fascinated by the possibility of technology and early childhood education and the ideas of brain development.
The brain is comprised of millions of nerve cells that send messages to form connections across synapses. Brain development consists of the ongoing process of wiring and rewiring these connections. During the first 3 years of life, the brain connections develop quickly in response to outside stimuli that influence the wiring of the brain.
As we go around this country, we've got half the black students in high school dropping out. We've got half the Hispanic students in this country dropping out.
By age 3, the brain has developed double the amount of connections as an adult brain. The brain will keep connections that have a repeated purpose and eliminate those that don't. The use it or lose it rule hinders children from low-income families who are not afforded quality early childhood education.
Not long ago, a national report found that only 35% of high school seniors are proficient in reading, and 23%, less than a fourth, are proficient in math.
They show up at school and start feeling that they're behind. Over time, that leads them to push away from education because it's embarrassing to them.
Well, I have a 13-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And I also have a baby, but I really want it for the school-age kids because my 13-year-old and 18-year-old, they're struggling a little bit in school, especially the 8-year-old with reading. So I got the computer and the software that's on it to help them.
I decided to take my work to places it was never going, and I found one of the worst poverty-stricken neighborhoods in Philadelphia. It was also the worst. There's no good way to say it. There were more drug dealers and drug addicts on that corner at 9th and Indiana than there were people who were living there. For some reason, it was like the Wild West. There were drug dealers and drug addicts camped out in a graveyard across the street, in crack houses all around the neighborhood. And we decided to offer free rolfing sessions to all the kids in the neighborhood. And then we started going into their homes. We realized that there were no books and there were no playgrounds, so we just began to do whatever we could to transform the quality of life for those children, even if it was just for a few moments. And the work we did there made a huge difference. The neighborhood now is really, really transformed. It's not completely better, but it's nowhere near what it was. And then as time went on, I worked with the Institutes for the Achievement of Human Potential to put their work into a public school or a charter school. We worked with Aspida from North Philadelphia, and over a 3-year period of time, we were able to demonstrate the power of their work.
Bass drum. Clarinet.
Chalk. Go. Stop.
And these are?
Chinese drummer.
Robert have come into our school and started a program with Team Children and how to multiply a kid's intelligence course. I am very pleased with the program. My son has learned a lot more than I thought he would at 3 years old. He's able to speak more clearly in sentences. He's able to read a lot of words. He's able to recognize and understand a lot of everything that he's being spoken to. His vocabulary has expanded from 10 to 20 words to over 50 words that he can recognize. I'm able to tell people, ask my son about anything. He's 3 years old and he's able to talk to you about plants or flowers or birds and associate them with a lot of animals that we see around, especially in our backyard.
One of the things that I found that was missing in the whole game of education that I was struggled with finding a way to solve was, 1, giving kids an opportunity for individualized instruction. 2, giving parents the tools and opportunities they needed to be able to be involved with their children's education. And 3, having the software that we needed to make the Institute's programs available to as many children as possible, both in their classrooms and in their homes. So I was searching the internet one day. I found this Brill Kids program. I took a look at it. I said, wow, this is really awesome. And then I looked at their website. I saw that they had a foundation. I sent them an email, and lo and behold, I ended up talking to their founder. After a few conversations, he said that he wanted to give me unlimited license to put on every computer we distribute, and his goal is to make sure that every economically challenged child in the world has access to his early childhood technology. So Brill Kids has 2 programs for right now. They're working on developing some more, but they have this program called Little Reader, and they have another program called Little Math, and they all work. It's is the closest thing that's consistent to brain development that I've seen, the way a brain really works. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who still are against the idea of flashcards, who don't understand that in low-income neighborhoods that one of the most critical factors that's missing is vocabulary development. So this program allows kids at their own rate, in the safety of their homes, to develop a wide range of vocabulary. And the way it works is there's 2 semesters. There are 130 lessons in each semester. It gets progressively more difficult. And they have a word flash, a multi-sensory section, and then just a picture flash. So I'll show you how the word flash works. And you just click this little green button.
Clap,
Kick.
laugh, hair, nose,
Mouth.
And then we encourage the kids to say the words along with the program.
Clap. Can you clap your hands?
clap, Wave. Let's wave our hands.
Wave.
And so the multisensory section gives them an experience of the word, so then it becomes no longer route memory, but actually what I call experiential learning, where they have some experience of the word, they have an experience of the sounds, and it becomes, they embody the knowledge. It's not just something that they remember. The second part of the Little Reader program that I absolutely love is a section called Advanced Play Edit. And in the Advanced Play Edit section, they have categories. And in the categories, they have English course categories, semester 1, pattern phonics, English categories number 2, and then English stories. The BK pattern phonics, I just think is absolutely brilliant idea. There are 150 or about 150 different, or 125 to 150 different phonics patterns. Each pattern has about 10 words in it. They all rhyme, and so kids will learn both the phonics pattern, the word, and the alphabet all at the same time.
Words ending with ed.
Had. Glad. Lad. Tad.
In a lot of cases, this is called sight words, and there's no reason why kids can't enter preschool already knowing all these things. The next section of this that I absolutely love is the download section. And in the download section, what people can do is add the recently added, the most viewed, or what Brokers recommends, or people around the world are adding content to this program all the time. And you go in here and you click on one, and you can begin to download different things that are in the program. And we've already downloaded a number of them, and I'll just show you what they are. Give you an example. So you can teach your child encyclopedic knowledge. So there's a whole graphic things with this.
Black bear track. Cougar. Cougar tracks. Cougar tracks.
So kids love that sort of thing because it kind of gets them to go visit the zoo before, and many kids won't even go to the zoo. And then here's one on vegetables and African languages and organs of the body, and it just goes on and on. I've now been distributing computers since 1997, and we have story after story after story about how the computers that we distributed have made a difference. There was a kid who was raised by his grandmother. He went through high school with a computer from us. He got accepted into one of the top culinary schools in America. There are some kids that live in Norristown. They came and volunteered here, and they got through, all of them got through high school and college. There's 4 of them. Their father doesn't speak, their father and mother can barely speak English, so they got no help with their homework at home. But because they always had access to computers and the internet, they were able to get through high school and go to college with computers from Team Children.
My name is Prashadis, and I've been volunteering at Team Children for about a year and a half now. I keep coming back because it's a great place to work. There's a lot of different people that I meet, and it really opens my eyes to a lot of people's situations.
I volunteer here because I saw this as a good way to give back to the community, to give people who can't afford computers for a lower price.
I volunteer here because I love working on computers, and I like helping people, and the place is awesome. I learn more here than I've learned, working on computers for the past 10 years.
I've been coming to Team Children now for 4 or 5 years, volunteering my time. I also run the computer club at Wissahickon, and I bring my students here so they can volunteer their time. They learn all kinds of interesting things here. They get to see the hardware side, they learn how to put things together, and they also get to give back for once, and they learn how to actually help out, and it's a wonderful experience for both them, and what they do is very, very useful.
You're going to be blessed. Whatever you do today, God will return to you, because He promised that those who loan to the Lord, to the poor, loan to the Lord, He's going to bless you back. And this wonderful ministry, I'm praying that it will be here forever, because I know you don't think that you're doing much, but really changing life of one kid at a time. You never know that one kid one day become president, or be anybody, be somebody that change the whole world.
It's amazing. It's gonna, especially, the less fortunate, it'll be great for all children of all ages. They've made it for all ages, so it's an awesome program. And that's what these kids are into now, computer games. So if you change it into a learning, they not only want to play because it's a game to them, but they're also going to learn.
We know that we've already made a difference, but now, more importantly, we know that this software works. We know that it makes a difference. We know that the critical time is in the beginning, and so we want to work with the parents who are just having babies, and we want to bypass the roadblocks that we've come across by trying to do this through school systems and do it directly to individual families. We're also going to reach out and continue to reach out to as many schools and daycare centers and preschools and kindergarten programs as we can until this software is on every computer in every home all around the world. And we really appreciate the opportunity that Brill Kids has given us by giving us free license. They've given us, I don't know, thousands and thousands of dollars of free license, and now we're working on raising money to continue to expand our effort and to expand our reach. Any help you can give us, we'd really appreciate it. Thanks.